So Jay's asked me what I tend to do when I practice. My main focus when I practice is scale work actually, and I use a metronome, and I'm very thorough about the way I approach scales and play scales. So it's something which you may have heard talked about a lot, but playing in positions on the guitar, what I've done is I've learnt all of my major scales really well in the first position of the guitar. F major, F sharp major, G, A flat, etc. And you need to learn those really well in the first 5 frets of the guitar. Now that's going to lead you to, first of all, knowing your major scales really well. When I practice those, I play with a metronome. I'd have the metronome on dead slow. I don't know what that would be, dead slow, something like 40 or 50, and play on every beat. So hit the beat. It's incredibly tedious in some ways, but what it does is it really improves your control when you're playing. If I haven't done that for a while, I tend to feel like I'm not playing brilliantly in time. My ideas aren't flowing as much as they normally do. So I always practice really slowly with a metronome. I'll then play quavers instead of just playing on the beat. I'll then play triplets, semi-quavers. But it's quite a long, laborious process, and I do it as often as I can. So the first 5 frets of the guitar, really nail those, nail your major scales, because if you know your major scales and you understand how the neck of the guitar looks, you can then play all of your major modes really well. You can see chord shapes, you can see chord inversions. Everything just becomes clearer, as it would on a piano. You can see all the notes in front of you. That's what you're aiming to do with a guitar, is to be able to see everything in its entirety. So after really working hard on the first 5 frets of the guitar, I then go to the next set of 5 frets between 3 and 7, and I would then do pretty much the same things, do my major scales. So I'll be starting on G here. I would then play A flat major. Again, I would do this all dead slow, playing on the beat, and then playing quavers, playing triplets, semi-quavers. So that's all good for your technique, and it's good for your control. The most important thing is feeling like you're in control when you're practicing, and then when you're playing, that way you tend to feel more in control as well. For me, that's a big thing. I like to feel in control of what I'm doing, and that's how I achieve that. Then I move up the guitar, do the same thing in between 5 and 9, Legend do the same thing in between 6 and 10, 7 and 11, etc., etc., and so on. So you're really being thorough. One thing that a lot of guitar players do is they learn certain positions of things, and that's all very well. That can get you through certain situations, but what I find is these days if people come to me and they say, how do you understand the guitar, or how do you play the way that you do? And it's basically taking the time to figure everything out properly, without any gaps, without any holes. And it can, it can take months and months and months. And I'm still, there's certain things I have to refresh on the neck. If I haven't done them for a while, I'll go back and I'll practice them really intensely like that. But in general, what it's helped me do is it's helped me to understand the neck of the guitar. So if I can see most of the things that I want to see on the guitar, if I can't see something, then I'll practice it in that way until I can, basically.